In the vast wilderness of Alaska, 40 players stepped into our one-life operation. No map markers, no name tags, only the terrain and the need to survive. This is Operation Northern Echo Part 2, a tactical PvP scenario where every moment mattered and silence was your greatest ally. Albion Vanguard International, a precision-driven British PMC deployed from a remote airfield with arsenal access, 2 Little Birds and 4 M-Razors. Their mission? Eliminate all obsidian-packed elements or stop them from escaping the AO via helo. But the enemy was already in motion. Obsidian-packed operatives, under-equipped, scattered across the eastern valleys and ridgelines, had no comms beyond 500 meters, just instinct, planning and a single objective: reach the airfield and escape aboard an Mi-8. There were no respawns, no second chances, just trees, terrain and tension. At 0730, a Little Bird lifts off from the airfield. Jazz are at the controls, beginning aerial recon over the eastern valleys. Alpha Squad seems to have set up a overwatch position to the southeast side of the airfield to overlook the river, while Charlie Squad has continued further southwest down the road to set up an ambush point at a possible bridge crossing. Even with limited radio coverage and no map markers, a good number of Obsidian Pack members managed to RV at one of the points of interest. While Alpha and Charlie were out reconning south of the airfield, members from Bravo were performing sentry duties around the airbase. Mr. MT has held up here in this bush. More than likely, he has heard some of the Obsidian Pack members chatting on the radio, and being that there's only a 500 meter coverage area, he's just holding position until hopefully he can link up with them. So as you can see here, we've got TJ, Cerberus and Dusty crossing across the river. They are further northeast of Mr. MT. However, they don't know the exact position of each person, so there's no map markers. You're just going off radio coverage. It's a good possibility that they've heard Jarmo as well, or Jarmo's heard them. So they just looks like they're holding up and just waiting to reconnect, regroup. Yeah, you can see Mr. MT now moving further towards that group. Gamork seems to be held out in one of the fields, not sure what he was doing. Looks like Bronchi at the moment is yet to regroup with any of the other Obsidian Pack members as well. Looks like he's just travelling through on foot by himself. Jumping back to the airbase, you can see that Jazza, so call sign Delta, has just taken off from the airbase and going out for another patrol, heading out towards where Alpha and Charlie are currently situated. So it looks like Bronchi Donkey's managed to find a friend eventually, and as I linked up with Bane, not too far from the airfield, as you can see the airfield in the distance there. So that means they aren't too far from Kibble Dribble as well, who I believe is that they're 12 o'clock up in the hill, just holding position. Yep, so there's Kibble Dribble, show off their 12 o'clock high. So Bronchi, Donkey and Bane moving to catch up with Kibble. Where's the rest of the Obsidian Pack? So we got Gamork, Mr. MT, TJ, looks like they've grouped up. Still a fair distance away though from their objective. Gamork's just, what's he doing? On an angle, reading his map. Mr. MT, TJ, working together. So you got Dusty and Cerberus behind, up in the distance there. Looks like they're going in a different direction, heading more northern, while the other three were heading more western direction. Poor Mako, he seems to be always just out of range of the other Obsidian Pack members. So far I've only ever seen him by himself, so at least he's travelling in the right direction. He's travelling west, but he's got a bit of area to cover, I think, to catch up with some of the others. So there we go, looks like Bronchi and Bane have caught up with Kibble and then moved in a bit closer to the airfield, to their objective. We've got Jazza there performing some patrols. We've got this is Bravo Squad still holding position. Yep, Bravo Squad from what do you call them? Albion Vanguard are still holding position around the airfield. Obi's out doing some patrols. Such a beautiful map. So I decided to tune my short range frequency into Bravo Squad for AVI, and then also tune my long range, so my backpack radio into the command net for AVI as well. So I think I missed some of the comms, but I believe Vale has spotted someone out in this field here, hence why Jazza, the little bird, is doing some patrols in the area. So we've got Kibble, Bronchi, and I assume Bane's around here somewhere.
End of the runway to the south, sorry, to the east of it, on the outside of the wooden railing.
Yep, so Bane,
yeah, good copy.
Bronchi, and Kibble.
I'm downhill a little bit.
All spread out a bit, just taking cover while
yeah, good copy.
the little bird's flying over.
Also just double checking over. Bravo, this is Hotel.
So you can see Val, Obi, so this is Bravo Squad here for AVI.
No visual.
Just holding on that northern end of the airfield.
Copy that, thank you.
Okay, so it looks like Bane is separated slightly from the rest of his group that he was with, being Bronchi and Kibble.
This course line is southeast, approximately 200 meters.
Relatively close to Val and Obi there. But yeah, Kibble's still out in the field. Bronchi's going around to the more northern side of the airfield. Kibble's moving a fair bit closer now. They're keeping themselves separated to confuse the enemy, I suppose. Dunce here is the sniper for AVI Bravo Squad. He's got line of sight on that MIA. It's not going to let anyone take off. So it looks like Bane, Kibble and Bronchi have regrouped again down the northern side of the airfield. Looks like they just held up in some bushes, some shrubs. With looks like they have a pretty decent line of sight. Yep, looks like you see down the runway fairly well. Where'd Val and Obi go? So Val and Obi are pulled back to the south side of the hangar. Looks like Charlie's squad's coming back. There's been a lot of comms going back and forth once the Op 4 was seen, the north side of the airfield. So it looks like Charlie's come back in to support.
Have you seen anything?
Bravo, copies, over.
Negative, not since I last saw it. 700 meters out.
Ready Bird and Little Pebble would be careful trying to cross that runway.
Roger.
Are they going to
Charlie
cross?
should be on the
Just waiting for
runway
a
now.
shot to ring in if they try.
Patrolling north-northeast, up and down the river and on the northern eastern side of the airfield.
Yep, seems like they made it across the airfield with no issues. Okay, so it looks like we have a 3-man Obsidian Pack team who've crossed over the river to the south side. That hill ahead of us just there is where Alpha Squad for AVI is situated. Let's quickly check at the airbase. So we have Bronchi's moved a little bit closer. 4-man AVI team is pushing out to the last known position of the Obsidian Pack guys. But they're getting relatively close to each other. So Bronchi's making a move now. We've got the 4-man Obsidian Pack off to his left, like 50 meters. Bronchi's got a bit of a gutsy move, moving in closer to the hangar by himself. But this forest is so dense, it's easy to slip past. So it looks like a 2-man team for AVI is currently holding the hangar. Yeah, Bronchi's just moving a bit closer. Let's quickly go check. Alpha Squad's still out the hill to the south. Yep, the Obsidian Pack team is flanking around to the southwest.
This is Charlie, confirmed.
Okay, so it looks like Bronchi's moved in a bit closer to the hangar there. As you can see, you've got a 2-man AVI team. It looks like Charlie's squad, Little Pebble and Zebik. Don't even realise Bronchi's that close. So I wonder what's happening with the other Obsidian Pack team, that 3-man team that was down here to the south area. There they are. So we've got a 3-man team. They can, well, there's Alpha Squad for AVI on the hill, but they're on slightly on the opposite side, so no line of sight. Well, we have a large group of Obsidian Pack. There's Toaster Bath, Bud, Orange Banana in there, Jamu. There's Mako, still by his lonesome.
Southeast of airfield.
Alpha's just getting a radio call in now, so they're still where Alpha's situated. They pretty much haven't seen anyone. Bronchi Donkey's still nice and close. AVI is sending out a 4-man team. They're going in to intercept the large group of guys out to the northeast. Okay, so it looks like the 4-man AVI team has held position. And it looks like 2-man Obsidian Pack over there, Jama and Wheezy, have got across the field without being seen. This terrain really does block line of sight. All the trees, shrubs. Is the AVI team going to move out in the field? Still, there's a lot of coverage, but yeah, line of sight's still blocked at this stage. Back here at the hangar, we've got Bronchi. Bronchi Donkey's right outside the hangar. He's watching that back door. Yep, he's got line of sight on it. He's waiting to pop anyone that comes out. And now over here, so this is back at the AVI team. Is this where it's going to be all started off, where the shooting starts? Orange Bananas Obsidian Pack. Obi and Val here are part of the 4-man AVI team. That line of sight still blocked. Okay, looks like Alpha Squad is back from their Overwatch position. Come back to reinforce the airfield. Came back in the Razor. Jazz was just landed after performing some patrols. Broken Bane and Kibbles still relatively close to the hangar. Well, Bronchi's up nice and close anyway. Bane's moving to support Bronchi. Kibbles is he making a move towards the Little Bird? He can hear the Little Bird powering up. Yeah, Bane's moving in close on to Bronchi to support him. Kibble wants you to shoot. Yep. He's going to draw some fire now, though.
Bird just lifted to the south, 202 northwest end of the airfield.
Vermax is moving over the distance there. He could have eyes on Kibble.
No, correction, all call signs will hold. Alpha's going to push up and clear.
Income rounds. Yep. Penetrating through that wood there. Kibbles is uncon. Looks like Rico and Reki moving out with Shippies, moving out closer to confirm that Kibble is down. They're moving in slightly closer, the 3-man AVI team. The one bullet looks like he's moving out of the hangar, or moving inside the hangar anyway. Nope, must have went external. Through the back door, the Bronchi's got him. Bronchi Donkey. Bane's moving along the hangar wall. Lil Pebble and Zebek from AVI on the outside though. Bane's going internal. Bronchi's shooting at Bane. Bane's panicked and ran into line of sight of Lil Pebble and Zebek. Bane's down because Bronchi engaged near him. It's like what we got here. Bronchi's now KIA. Lil Pebble and Zebek pushed him. Oh, a bit of miscommunication there. Got a few more members of Obsidian Pack moving up.
God damn it.
4-man AVI team is slowly pulling back. Toaster Bath's not too far from them.
Be aware, Bird's just lifted to my left. There's a little
We've
shack
got
on the
Dusty moving through
northwest
from
side
Obsidian
of the,
Pack, moving through the tree line.
fuel silos.
3-man team pushing up
Someone laying on the ground there.
to where Kibbles is unconned. Lucky
He's facing
line of sight has Dusty's view on those 3 down, not visible. Mako. Mako's linked up with Cerberus and looks like he's been friendly fired. Oh, poor Mako. First guy he finds on his team and he gets friendly fired.
Charlie, this is Bravo. We are currently overwatching a field north of the runway, looking for contacts.
Charlie acknowledges. Roger, thanks, Al.
Val and Obi just performing some bit of Overwatch, covering a field to the north of the runway, it seems.
Airbase know that we're going to the northwestern to western side of the runway. If you can let
Toaster
friendly
Bath,
spawn airbase
relatively
know to look
close
out for
to
us.
the hangar,
Copy that.
but AVI are pushing a team out.
Charlie, this is Bravo. Be advised, I have 2 of my blokes moving to the northwestern side of the runway to provide overwatch.
So Rico, Shitpeas and Reki. Toaster Bath's got line of sight. He's engaged. Who did he hit? Did he hit Reki?
All call signs, we have 2 friendly Bravo members to the northwest of the airfield. PID.
Nade's just been popped.
Over.
Not sure who threw that. Or was it Jazza? Jazza was the helo pilot, but maybe his little bird was damaged. He had to land it. It looks like he's on foot now. Yep, Reki's down. Jazza, the helicopter pilot's pushing out. Toaster's withdrawing. So Toaster Bath has pulled gone to a lot further to the north now, but Mako and Cerberus are pushing up close to where Rico and Shippies are.
Blue team.
15 meters between each other there.
Yeah, copy on the radio check, main Dunsmith.
Full-time enemy contact southeast.
Mako got a couple of shots off, but looks like he wasn't able to put his target down. Vermax is part of Charlie's squad with Vertibird. Looks like they're engaging Orange Banana, one of the City Impact members.
Southeast, we're starting to move into position now.
Yep, start pushing up.
Can't tell if Orange Banana's down. So Vermax is just throwing a grenade on Orange Banana. Yep, Orange Banana's gone.
Red team is at the northern part of the runway.
Toaster Bath is flanking around the northern side of the runway now, but Vale and Obi have line of sight. He's gone prone and crawling. The bushes on this map, extremely good at concealing your position. Obi and Val pushing up to Toaster Bath. Wonder if Wheezy gets line of sight on them though. They get target focused and easy get to get flanked. Looks like Toaster Bath is going to get away. Nice work, Toaster.
They hang us, sorry.
Good copy, heading unit.
Okay, so now it looks like the MI8's powering up.
We have a bird
Who's that? We have Jamo. Jamo's trying to get airborne at the moment. Receiving a couple of rounds. Oh, looks like he's hit. Oh, he's going down. Okay, with the MI8 trying to take off and receiving all the rounds, it looks like now it's drawn in a lot more players. So Mr. MT and Mr. Bain moving in. Zebek and Little Pebble have that angle covered, it seems. This is just to the south of the hangar.
Charlie, contact southeast. Close
You got
to
Borrag
50
and Bud
meters
from the
to
City
the
Impact,
hangar.
extremely close though as well. Looks like Obi's just been taken out now. Now Lima and Val are engaging. Lima being Obsidian Pack, Val ABI. Val's trying to suppress the area where he believes Lima is. Got a bit off point there. Lima's engaged Dunce and just popped a nade on this point. Yep, Dunce is out. Okay, so we got Wheezy who from Obsidian Pack who's going close to the MI8. Tension's starting to build. Everyone's been drawn into more firefights. Little Pebble and Zebek over there. To the south of the hangar. Wheezy's moved a bit closer across to the MI8. Not sure who he's shooting at though. Line firing across the runway. Oh, Little Pebble and Zebek have defended the south side of the hangar. Wheezy's still just line firing across the runway at looks like Lima, will choose Obsidian Pack though. Vale's held up here amongst a lot of Obsidian Pack. Vertibird's API as well. Wheezy's just going crazy. He's lost the plot. Vermax and Val over here, AVI. And Vertibird. So 3v3 over here. So we have engaging Vermax, it seems. Oh, Yoko's on the ball. Oh, this is red on red. Will Yoko return fire? Yes, he will. Oh, looks like Lima got Vermax eventually. They pinned him down behind this tree. So Zebek, Little Pebble, AVI. Wheezy's keeping Shippies at bay, holding him back, suppressing him. Wheezy's made a bit of a move. Just gonna run to Little Pebble and Zebek though. Oh, he's knocked Zebek. Little Pebble will be able to get him up. He's popped a grenade. Wheezy's flanking. Okay, so missed Wheezy getting killed, but Yoko is the only one left from Obsidian Pack. So Little Pebble and Vertibird have Yoko pinned behind this fence here, behind these cylinders.
Can Yoko get to the MI8 and get out and extract? It's the last 3 players left. 1 Obsidian Pack, 2 ABI. Yoko has a disadvantage here. Ah, they got him. So it seemed that Vertibird was delivered the final shot to end the operation and defend the airfield from Obsidian Pack extracting.